Okay, so should we get started with our hello song? So it goes like this. I sing first and then you sing back to me. And we're just saying hello, really. It's just a good morning hello. Here we go. Say hello, hello. Say hello, hello. Say hello, hello. Say hello, hello. One more time. Say hello, hello. Say hello, hello. Say hello, hello. Say hello, hello. And I can see I've got a Beatrice and a Nathaniel and a Francesca here now. Evie and Annie, hello, nice to see you. And Felicity too. Fantastic, we've got a good few of you here to have some fun with some creative play and drama work this morning. If you've never joined us before, this is all about getting up on your feet and having fun in your space. And grown-ups, you might have a few little jobs to do as well. We're going to sing some songs, we're going to play some games, we're going to do some let's pretend as well. So we're going to start the proper session now. We're going to sing another song all together, and I've got my trusty ukulele back in the house. Here it is. This is a really well-known one, which you probably have all sung before at some stage, maybe at a play group or in maybe, oh, I don't know, in nursery maybe even. So you can join in with this one, it's really easy. It goes like this. Shoo fly, don't bother me. Shoo fly, don't bother me. Shoo fly, don't bother me. I belong to somebody. Do you know that one? Let's sing it all together then. Shoo fly, don't bother me. Shoo fly, don't bother me. Shoo fly, don't bother me. I belong to somebody. I feel like a morning star. 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 Again. Shoo fly, don't bother me. Shoo fly, don't bother me. Shoo fly, don't bother me. I belong to somebody. There we go. A nice themed song there. Now, some people don't really like insects and creepy crawlies, do they? So I wonder if you know anybody who really, really does like them. Do you know anybody who loves spiders? Do you know anybody who loves wasps? Bzzz. What about caterpillars? Why don't you tell your grown-up now what is your favourite creepy crawly, and see if they can type it in for me. Let's see what different kinds of creepy crawlies you can think of, different sorts of insects maybe that might live in your garden. What kind of creepy crawlies do you like? Let's see. I can see Addie and Arav are here. Hello, nice to see you. Good morning. And let's see if anyone can type it in. I think my favourite creepy crawly is a buzzy bee. I love watching bees in my garden, buzzing from flower to flower. They're so busy all the time, aren't they? Oh, look, here come some ideas. Bugs. Yes, definitely. Ladybirds, they're really cool, aren't they, Nico? They're red and they've got black spots. Sometimes you can get black ones with red spots on as well, can't you? Bees, beautiful. Oh, of course, butterflies. So many different colours of butterflies. Caterpillars and ladybirds, Lily. Yes, thank you. Felicity likes caterpillars too. Lots of butterflies being suggested. Fantastic. Yes, fantastic. Hector, I love caterpillars. We're going to pretend to be a caterpillar later on. But this morning, we're going to begin our drama by imagining that we're going to go out in the garden and do some gardening. Now, when we go in the garden, there's a few special things we probably need to think about putting on or taking with us. So maybe you can have a little quick chat with your grown-up now. What sorts of things have you seen your grown-ups use or wear when they're doing the garden? Or maybe at your grandparents' house or aunts and uncles, if you don't have a garden, Then maybe you've got relatives who do. What kind of things do you need to put on or wear when you are doing your gardening? Let's have a little think. Some people suggesting spiders and ladybirds, fantastic. Have a little think. I think the first thing I would want to wear is probably wellies. And I'm always putting my wellies on in drama, aren't I? But I think that's because most of the places we've been have been muddy and a bit dirty. So let's put our welly boots on. Should we pretend? Let's put welly boots on. Very good. Other one. Sometimes they're a bit tricky to get on, aren't they? Good. There, I'm ready with my wellies. Oh, here we are, some ideas. Okay, fantastic. I've got Addy and Arav are suggesting putting on gloves. Yes, gardening gloves are really important to protect your hands from getting too dirty or prickled by prickly things. So let's put our gardening gloves on. There we go. So we're all ready, hands and feet. Anything else? Maybe a waterproof jacket. That's an excellent idea, Lily. So in case it rains while we're outside, let's put a waterproof jacket on. Into one arm, into the other arm. Fantastic. Pull it on. Good. And I think waterproofs usually do up with a zip, don't they? And we like doing a zip noise, don't we? So let's do that all together. Are you ready? Zip. Fantastic. And you can always put the hood up if it rains. I'm going to leave mine down for now because it's quite sunny outside. So we've got our gloves on, our wellies on, our waterproof jacket. What else do we need? We might need trousers. Yeah, we definitely do. And if it's warm, like it has been this week, maybe shorts would be good. Oh, a hat. Fantastic. Yes, a hat's a good idea. I think that might be Naomi suggesting that one. Let's put a hat on because if it's sunny, we don't want to get sunburnt, do we? So let's put our hats on. Anything else? Oh, no sun hat. Okay, maybe not. So you decide what you want to put on. I'm putting my sun hat on. I might also put my sunglasses on. I know my husband Paul puts those on when he's cutting the grass to stop the grass going in his eyes. Yes, we need tools. Oh, fantastic, Hector. Now let's think about the tools we need for gardening. Brilliant. We've got our gloves. We've got our clothes on, that's brilliant. Gardening tools, what sorts of things do we use in the garden for gardening? I think we might need a spade, and it might be one of those big spades that you have to step on to get it into the earth. So maybe we need a spade. Anything else? Have a little think. Sometimes you can get those big forks as well, can't you, that you can step on to get holes into the ground or to get the weeds out. You might need, I don't know, a rake to rake up the leaves. Yes, fantastic. That's Ruby and Rory suggesting that. Brilliant, well done. Rake up the leaves with a rake. Anything else? I think it might be interesting to take something into the garden that might help you see things more clearly. So what kind of things might you take into the garden if you're going to look for things really closely? Oh, watering cans. Of course, we do need a watering can to water things that we might plant. So maybe grab your watering can. We've got lots of equipment now, haven't we? A fork, maybe a chainsaw, yes. If we've got to cut down something really, really big that's maybe grown much too big for the garden, we might need to cut it down. With a chainsaw, yes, definitely. Watering can, Nico, thank you for that. And Hector suggested that too. Fantastic. Of course, Rory and Ruby have suggested a magnifying glass. That might help us see things that are very, very tiny. So let's put a magnifying glass in. And if you're interested in birds, you might want to bring those binoculars. Do you remember the binoculars we had for jungle last week? You might want those binoculars to have a look through, see if you can spot different sorts of birds in your garden. Binoculars, well done, Naomi. And I think that's just about it. Fantastic, we've got a great supply of equipment now. So let's go out into our garden. Shall we pretend? I hope you're all standing up ready to go into the garden. Let's pretend to walk into our garden. What a lovely day. Maybe think about what kind of weather it is in your imagination. Is it a sunny day like today? Or maybe it is a rainy day and you need to pull your hood up like Lily's waterproof jacket she suggested. So maybe have a little think about what the weather is like. Is it muddy when you're walking around the garden? Or is it very, very dry? Have a little walk around your garden. See what you can see in your garden. An imaginary garden, remember, it could have anything in it. It could have brilliant things to play on. What kind of things might you play with or play on in a garden? Have a think about that. I can see a really cool slide in my garden. I'm going to climb up the ladder, sit down, here we go. Whee! Oh, that's a really cool slide. Anyone got anything else in their garden? I've got a swing as well. I'm going to sit on my swing. Here we go. Whee! 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 Really good fun. Oh, off I get. What else have we got here? Well, there might be water flowing in your garden. You might have a pond. Maybe have a little look in the pond, see what's living in there. It's sort of springtime now, isn't it? So you might be able to see some new creatures that have arrived in your pond. What might live there? Maybe not creepy crawlies, but there might be frog spawn or baby frogs in there. Oh, Lily is cutting down a tree with her chainsaw, with a saw. Fantastic. Oh, a pool, a swimming pool. If you've got a really big garden, you might have a swimming pool in there. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? Fantastic. Right, I think it's time to do some gardening though, guys. So, you decide what you're going to do first. I'm going to start by doing some weeding because I've got lots of green shoots coming out in between all my flowers that I want to get rid of to make it look a bit more neat and tidy. But maybe you want to plant something. Maybe think about what kind of plants or flowers or even vegetables you might want to plant in your garden. Let's get going. Let's get to work, guys. Come on, let's get planting or weeding or whatever it is you're doing. I'm going to start pulling up these weeds down here. I'm going to make a nice big pile to put in the garden bin later. Oh, there we go. And I've made a nice space now to plant something. I've got a brand new lettuce plant here. I'm going to plant it in that space that I've made. What are you guys doing? Oh, Lily's got a trampoline in her grandma's garden. That's pretty cool. Fantastic. Oh, wow, beetle eggs, Hector. Wow, that's some amazing things. Oh, Ingo, planting a peach tree. I'd love peaches. If only they would grow in this country properly and nice and big and juicy. Anyway, should we get planting, whatever you're going to plant? I might need to dig a hole first for the plant to go in. Make some space. We've got gloves on, so it doesn't matter if we get a bit muddy on our hands. And put the plant in. And then we have to scoop all the earth back in and push it down. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I think I've got to water it next, haven't I? We've got a peach tree. Oh, roses. What a lovely idea to plant some roses in your garden. Fantastic. Right, I'm just getting my watering can to water my new plant here. There we go. Lots of water. Oh, I think my garden's going to look lovely. It's going to look really nice when it's all grown and the summer and all the leaves have come out properly. Fantastic. I'm really happy with that. I'm just going to go and do a little bit more weeding over here. See what else needs doing in my garden. So you get on with it. Oh yeah, Nico, you've got some cress, haven't you? I think I've seen a picture of the cress you've grown. So yeah, you could plant some more in your garden. Go for it, definitely. Let's pretend. Okay, I'm just going to do some more weeding here. Ooh, there's something really creepy and crawly down there. Oh, yuck, I don't like creepy crawlies. Oh, it's got lots and lots of legs. How horrible. What shall I do? Shall I squash it? Shall I squash it? Or maybe I should spray it or something. Maybe I should get something from the shed and spray it. What do you think? Shall I? Oh, I don't really want to go anywhere near it. It's horrible. It's really creepy. Creepy crawlies. I don't like creepy crawlies. Has anyone got any creepy crawlies in their garden now? Maybe I'll get it and I'll show it to you and you can tell me what it is. Yeah? Shall I do that? I'll go and get my little spade and I'll try and get it to crawl up onto the spade. Oh, it's crawling on. Oh, there we go. I'll just bring it over to you. Maybe you could get your magnifying glasses out and come and take a look at this. Okay, have a little look. What is it? What can you see, children? Can you get your magnifying glasses out and have a little look? What's on my spade? Ooh, it's got lots of legs. I think it's sort of brown. Okay. I think this one is, oh, some people suggested. Sorry, I think we lost connection there for a second. Thank you. Oh, okay, Beatrice and Nathaniel don't think I should squash it. Why? Well, I suppose it does live in the garden. We should just leave it to it, really, probably, shouldn't we? Well, maybe I'll put it back. Shall I put it back? And then I'll just go and do some gardening somewhere else. I'll just go and put this one back. But you've got your magnifying glasses out now, haven't you? So maybe if you go and have a look around your garden with your magnifying glass, tell me what little creatures you've found. Try and get them onto your spade and show me, and I'll see whether I can decide what they are. Okay, I'm going to have a look over here. Ooh. Here's another one. Oh, this one's quite interesting. It's red. And it's got little black spots. It's really, really tiny. It's got little black spots all over it. I wonder what that is. I'll get my magnifying glass. Oh, I think this one might be a ladybird. Somebody suggested ladybirds earlier. Oh, yeah. I quite like that. I think I might put it back. I'll put it back in the garden. Oh, I can hear something buzzing. Oh, just landed here on this flower. Let me get my magnifying glass out. It's really, really furry. Strange, isn't it, for a creepy crawly? It's furry. And it's got 6 legs, like this. It's got wings. Maybe it is a bee. I think it is a bee, and it's stripy too. Ah, that's what a bee is. Okay, and it's buzzing around. Off it goes. Oh, it's landed on another flower over there. I wonder what it's doing. What are bees doing going from flower to flower? Maybe you know. Maybe you could tell your grown-up what they're doing. Why are they landing on flowers all the time? Anything else? Oh, some of the people. Hector's found a ladybird and a dung beetle. That's interesting. There's lots of beetle-y things, aren't there, in the garden? Worms. Lily's found worms. They're really good, aren't they, for digging into the earth and churning it all up, so that the flowers get lots of air into the soil and things like that. It's really good. Ants, very good. Arav and Addy, thank you. Okay. Okay, somebody suggested nectar points is why they're going from flower to flower. Very good joke. Ha ha, hilarious. Pollinating. Is that what they're doing? Is that what the bees are doing, going from flower to flower? I think they collect on their legs, don't they? They collect pollen onto their legs, and then they take it to another plant, and then that pollen goes onto that plant, and it helps the plants develop and grow, and lots more plants can grow. How amazing. So actually, creepy crawlies are pretty cool, aren't they? I probably don't need to be scared of creepy crawlies, do I? I think I should probably just leave them alone. We don't want to squash them, do we? So they've got very busy jobs, and they're doing really useful things around the garden, definitely. Ah, and bees are also making honey, are they? So we eat honey, don't we? So we have honey that bees have made. That's amazing, isn't it? A tiny little creature like that has made something that we can eat. That's amazing. Wow, that's really opened my eyes, guys. I'm really impressed. I think, let's stop gardening for a minute. I think we deserve to play a little game. Should we play a game? Now, anybody watching today who's been to one of our Drama Adventures drama classes, so these are my classes that I run for ages 4 and above, we play a game called Star, Pencil and Frog. Now, to make this a little bit more about creepy crawlies, which is what our class is all about, we're going to change those things into creepy crawlies. So instead of star, we're going to make that butterfly. So can you all make a lovely big wide butterfly flapping its wings now? That's a butterfly, fantastic. Okay, now instead of a pencil, which looks like this, we're going to make that a caterpillar. So instead of being straight and tall, I want you to make yourself all wiggly and tall like a caterpillar. Can you copy me? So that's a caterpillar. Now, instead of a frog, which is usually like this, we're going to make ourselves into a snail. So if you can get down on all fours, then it could be like your body is like the shell, like that. Okay? So let's practice. Can you show me your snail? Quick. Can you show me your butterfly? Good. Can you show me your caterpillar? Well done. Okay, so this is how the game works. You've got your butterfly, your caterpillar, and your snail. And I am going to turn round. I'm going to have my back to you. When my back is turned, I want you to choose one of those three creatures to be. Okay? So when I've got my back turned, you're going to be a butterfly, a caterpillar, or a snail. Okay? Stay in that position, and I'm going to call out one of those three things. Now, if you are the thing that I call out, that means you're out of the game. So you've got to try to outwit me. See if you can work out what you think I'm going to call out and try and be something else, okay? So you've got your butterfly, caterpillar, and snail. See if you can decide now which one of those three you're going to be. I'm going to turn my back. You ready? Okay. Choose one of those things and get in position. Are you ready? I'm going to turn around in a second. If you are a caterpillar, you're out of the game. Did I get anybody out? Did I get anybody out? Maybe tell me. Okay, let's play again. So choose a different one. Choose a different one. Remember, it's butterfly, caterpillar, snail. Okay, choose one of those three to be. I'm going to turn my back. Okay, get in position. Are you ready? I'm going to choose butterflies. Who's a butterfly? Have I managed to get you out? Oh, hopefully not. Okay, we're in. Some people are saying they're still in the game. That's good. Okay, I'm going to try one more time. Turning my back. Okay, change what creature you're going to be. Change what creature you're going to be. Is it a butterfly? Is it a caterpillar? Is it a snail? Okay, ready? I'm going to pick caterpillars again. Did I get anybody? I wonder. Oh, Ruby, sorry Ruby, you're out of the game. Okay, tell you what, we'll play one more round and everyone's back in the game. So anybody who's got out of the game, you can play again, so up you get. And let's decide what one of the three creatures you want to be. I'm going to turn my back one last time, here we go. Choose your creature, make the shape. Okay, I'm going to call out snails. Is anybody a snail? Did I catch you? Oh, maybe not. Okay, fantastic. Good game to play at home as well. Grown-ups, if you turn your back to the room, you can be the person I was and call out and then see if you can catch anyone else out who's in the room. Great, well done. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is pretend to be a caterpillar. So we're going to be a little caterpillar. Now think about that shape we made before. We were standing up, weren't we, to be a caterpillar? But caterpillars don't stand up, do they? They lie on the floor. So let me see if you can lie on the floor like a caterpillar. I don't have a lot of space here, so I'm just going to crouch down like this. See if you can be a caterpillar. And what do caterpillars eat? Do they eat leaves? Maybe they eat leaves. So let's see if you can pretend to eat a leaf. Grown-ups, you can pretend your arm is a leaf and the caterpillar has to pretend to nibble around your arm, pretending to eat the leaf. So let's see if you can move slowly, children, as a caterpillar. Eating the leaf. Now, as you eat that leaf, you need to show that you're growing bigger and bigger and bigger, getting fatter and fatter. We're getting bigger and bigger and fatter and fatter. Whoa, really big monster caterpillar. Really big, a monster caterpillar. Imagine that, that would be crazy. Okay, really big fat caterpillars. Now, when a caterpillar gets big, What happens next? Does anybody know? Can anyone tell me? Maybe you could jot down, grown-ups, what your children say. What happens when a caterpillar has eaten all the leaves and is really, really fat? You tell me. Does anybody know? You might have with you in a room a towel or a sheet. I've got a big scarf. You might want to go and grab yours now. Nico's caterpillar is eating lettuce, is it? Yummy, yummy. I love a bit of lettuce. Oh, a cocoon, someone says. Fantastic. Okay, cocoons, cocoons. Everyone's saying cocoons. Well done, everybody. Yes, a caterpillar makes itself a cocoon. Do you think you could use your towel or your sheet to wrap up into a cocoon? You don't need to cover up your face unless you want to, but just show that you're covering yourself, wrapping yourself up in a cocoon, like a caterpillar. See if you can wrap yourself up. Okay. And then what happens? So they stay in their cocoon for quite a long time, don't they? Wrapped up. What happens after a while? What happens to them? Oh, a chrysalis. That's another name for a cocoon, isn't it? A chrysalis is what a caterpillar's cocoon is called, a chrysalis. So wrap yourselves up. And then after a while, what happens? You tell me. Have a little think. I'm all wrapped up. Very good. Has anyone got any suggestions? Then we start to come back out of the cocoon. But magically, the caterpillar has changed into something completely different. What is it? Butterfly. That's right. They turn into a butterfly. Now children, if you've got a towel around you like my scarf, if you hold on to the corners like this and open out your towel, you should have made yourself some beautiful wings to be a butterfly. Should we fly around our room like a beautiful butterfly? Here we go. Around your room. You might have some cushions. If you do, why not pretend your cushions are flowers? Because butterflies like to collect pollen as well. So why don't you land on a flower? Stand there. They close their wings, don't they, when they get onto a flower? Pick up all the pollen. And then they set off again, flying to the next flower. I've got another cushion here I'm going to use to fly around as a butterfly. And on I get. Close my wings up. Pick up all the pollen. And then off I go. See if you can fly from flower to flower. And what if, grown-ups, you pretend to be trees? You could be giant trees with long, long branches that the butterfly can fly up to and land their arms and wings onto each branch. Why not have a try with that? See if you can have a fly around your room like a beautiful butterfly. Ah, I like being a butterfly. It's very soft and floaty. It's lovely. And land. Lovely. Oh, I had fun being a butterfly. That was really good fun. Oh, wow. So Naomi suggested when the caterpillar is inside its cocoon, to get out, they have to nibble their way out. And then come out like that beautiful butterfly. Fantastic. Very nice work, everybody. So we've got a song, quite a popular song on our YouTube channel called Cecil the Caterpillar, which I thought it might be really good fun to sing together now. So if you want to go and put your wings away, maybe move your cushions out of the way now. And I'm just going to change my position a little bit. for the last part of our session today. I'm just going to move the camera down so you can see me properly when I'm sitting. Okay, this song, Cecil the Caterpillar, is really silly. And you can suggest things of your own ideas for this song as well. It's really good for that, to getting your children to join in with. So I'm going to start, and once you guess it, you can start to join in as well. So if you're all sitting down ready in your rooms at home, maybe have a little comfy seat. You could even sit on one of your cushions that you've had before if you want to. It goes like this. Cecil is my caterpillar, Cecil is my friend. The last time I saw Cecil, he was this big. I said, "Ooh, Cecil, what have you done? I've eaten all the cabbages in your fridge. That's what I've done." Cecil is my caterpillar, Cecil is my friend. The last time I saw Cecil, he was this big. I said, "Ooh, Cecil, what have you done? I've eaten all the cabbages in Tesco. That's what I've done." Cecil is my caterpillar, Cecil is my friend. The last time I saw Cecil, he was this big. I said, "Ooh, Cecil, what have you done? I've eaten all the cabbages at the farm. That's what I've done." Cecil is my caterpillar, Cecil is my friend. The last time I saw Cecil, he was this big. I said, "Ooh, Cecil, what have you done? I've eaten all the cabbages in..." Where do you think? The world. That's what I've done. Well done. If you sing that again at home, think of all the different places Cecil could eat the cabbages to get bigger and bigger and bigger before he turns into a chrysalis. Brilliant. Now, we're going to finish today a little bit differently than some of our other sessions. Today I'm going to read you a story. And this one's all about creepy crawlies, and it's absolutely lovely because it's about some children who are a little bit scared of creepy crawlies at the beginning, but by the end they absolutely love them. So settle down, get yourself nice and comfy with your grown-up, and I will read you this story. It's called The King of Tiny Things. It goes like this. One summer when we were small, we went to stay with Nana and Grandad. There was a tent in Grandad's shed. "You could camp under the stars," he said. It seemed like a brilliant idea until bedtime. We'd only ever slept indoors with the lights on. "Night-night, sleep tight," they said. We didn't. Daren't. Too dark. I shone my torch. "Don't," said Chrissy. "Creepy crawlies will come and get us." There was a fuzzy shadow. Something mothy crept in through the flap. Chrissy screamed. She swatted it onto its back. But it wasn't a bug. It was a boy, no bigger than a beetle. He looked us in the eye and he sang this lullaby. "I am the king of tiny things who creep and crawl or buzz their wings. Mine is the magic that nighttime brings. Follow me, follow me, follow me." He led us up the garden path and disappeared into the shed. We looked, and there he was, oiling a slug who'd lost its slime. "Ugh," said Chrissy. "How can you care for creepy crawlies?" "How can you not?" he cried. "They turn the soil so seeds can sow. They visit plants so crops can grow. We need them more than you could know. Follow me, follow me, follow me." So when the King of Tiny Things found a worm drying on the path, we carried it to the compost heap to recover. When he found a caterpillar trapped under a pot, we set it free. And when he found a daddy longlegs missing a leg, we made it a new one. The king showed us many marvellous moonlit things. weevils with copper wings, chubby grubs, badger cubs, baby bats in furry hats. But best of all, he showed us that even the shadows, the night was bright with magic, and he sang, "Follow me, follow me, follow me." We didn't follow him straight away. We were too busy being brave, but we should have. His boat had sunk. We fished him out of the pond. If his heart was beating, I couldn't feel it. It was smaller than an apple pip. I tried to give him the kiss of life, but Chrissy said, "Stop! He's no bigger than a beetle. We must nurse him the creepy crawly way." She found a reed no wider than a whisker and put it to his lips. "I'll give him little puffs," she said. "You pinch his nose." I pinched and she puffed. She pinched and I puffed. And he spluttered, sat up and looked very pleased to be alive. As we tucked him into bed, he shivered and he said, "For the love of tiny things, will you be my creepy crawly queens?" "Yes," we said, "but you must rest now, little man. Night-night, sleep tight." We woke early. We went to say goodbye to him before Dad came to fetch us. Chrissy got there first. She was kneeling by his bed with her head in her hands. All that was left of him was his crown, his cloak, and his crumpled skin. "Fetch a matchbox," she cried, "and a trowel." We buried the matchbox under a marigold, but as we turned to leave, something flew down and landed on my hand. At first I thought it was a beetle, but it wasn't. It was the king of tiny things, only bigger, bolder, brighter, as if he'd shed his skin to get his grown-up wings. And by the moon and the stars, he smiled and sang, "Follow me, follow me, follow me." And on those magical summer nights when we stayed with Nana and Grandad, that's just what we did. That's the end. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, everybody. It's been absolutely lovely to play with you. You did some great pretending to do your gardening and finding different kinds of creepy crawly. And we also pretended to be a caterpillar growing into a butterfly. You've done such hard work today. Well done. Now, grown-ups, thank you for joining us and typing lots of messages. That was great. And if you enjoyed it and you are in a position to do so, please do consider making a donation to Teeny Tiny Theatre, either on our coffee page or directly on PayPal. The links for those were in the description of this event. So just click on those links for us if that's what you're able to do. Now, future Teeny Tiny Theatre at Home classes are going to change. We're going to have a break next week. It's half term anyway, after all. After half term, we will let you know in due course how these classes will continue to run, but we most likely will be moving to Zoom to run them, and we will be asking people to book onto them. So if you are interested in doing that, then keep an eye on Facebook and Instagram for more information, which will be coming in the next week or so, and you can start to plan your week a little bit more around that if you want to. Yes, so thank you very much. Please do, as always, send us some pictures of your little ones if you did take some today pretending to be butterflies, or if you do any crafts about creepy crawlies after this session today, or do some research about different creepy crawlies, then please let us know what you've done. It'd be lovely to see all your hard work. But for now, it's goodbye from us. We'll see you again. Bye.